Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. So today we've got the shoulders and arms workout. So I've been missing in action for a wee while, but I've still been training, so I thought I'd get back to it and get some of these uploads. So currently on week 3 of the cut, everything's been going pretty well. Definitely starting to see the changes in the body. Cardio remains still the same at the 5 times 30-minute sessions post-workout. So down to 2,400 calories. We'll be reviewing again at the end of this week. Hunger wise, absolutely fine. Strength, as you can see, is still on the increase. So doing shoulder press here. Shoulder press is one of those ones you definitely know how you're going to perform in the first few exercises on the warm-up sets. So for this, got up to the 42s. Was pretty much a struggle. Managed to get 9 on that. Then carried off with the 2 back off sets here. So these are down to 30s. Probably going to increase that weight. I think look for that 10 on the 42s. Once I hit that, I'll be able to then progress up. Ultimately probably aim for max load, I would say 50s on these. After that, the dumbbells don't go any heavier, so I'll probably need to move on to either a machine or the barbell overhead press. But one of my favourite movements, as I've said before, shoulders is definitely a strong point for me, and it's something that I enjoy. So you'll see I don't do a lot of shoulder work. For me, they're probably overdeveloped in comparison to the rest of the body. Things like my arms and legs are going to be something that I'll be prioritising for the next push up. But within a cut, you need to set a realistic expectations. I'm not really going to be making much muscle growth when I'm in a deficit. So for me, it's just about maximising and maintaining that muscle. So for here, as I say, 2 back off sets on this. And then I move on with the second exercise for shoulders, which again is the old faithful of lateral raises. Again, not progressing as much as I'd probably hope on that one. For some reason my shoulders seem to be on fire this workout. It does happen from time to time, just that lactic acid. I felt as if the 42s did take quite a lot off me. So, you know, that's fine. I've put it in the notebook. Moving forward, next session, I'll try and increase on those numbers. So not to beat myself up. On this one, I didn't get the required level. I got 10 at 30. For me, that's probably too little. So I did a quick drop down and I got on to the 22s and just fired out another 5 reps. You could do another drop if you wanted, you know, really burn those shoulders out, you know, maybe drop down to, you know, sort of 12, 14, keep going. People do that, but as I say, this was at the start of the workout, so I don't want to fatigue myself too much on the first exercise. As I've said to you before, the intensifiers are probably something that you'll be looking to utilise towards the end of the workout. I wouldn't recommend doing too many intensifiers within your workout. So when I say intensifiers, what I'm talking about is obviously your drop reps, drop sets. You can also do, you know, cluster sets, 5x5, give yourself 30 seconds rest, go again. All great ways to, you know, sort of intensify that workout. As I say, moving on, 10 kilograms here, 4 sets, 10 to 15. Again, as I said, really burning on this one. So you always know you're in for a good workout when after the first exercise you're pretty sweaty, to be honest with you. So definitely feel the body temperatures increasing as I'm in the cut. Obviously doing a lot more cardio. Digestion wise, food wise, it's all there. So for me it's definitely signs that I'm heading in the right direction. Can't really see here, but I can definitely see more definition, more veins coming through on the arms and that type of thing. I always say don't get carried away when you see stuff like that. Your arms, your shoulders, these are the things that are going to probably get that vascular way probably quicker. For me, a big indicator is things like my quads. Once I start seeing the veins coming through in the quads, and then obviously, probably lastly, I would say on the abs, when I start to see, you know, oblique veins and veins on my abs, that's when I know I'm really proper into my cut. You know, you will see veins on your back and that type of thing. All these, you know, they're great indicators to show how you're going. Obviously, there's other things you would go with when you are in a cut. So a lot of people just solely focus on the weight. So your weight will always fluctuate. I've got a couple of clients on just now. One of them was on a drastic weight loss, and I've had to bump his calories up. He is still on a cut, but I had to bring the calories up because ultimately he ran himself into the ground. The only place he had to go was adding excessive cardio. So for me, that's not a place to be. Lots of people would make that mistake, drop 1,000 deficits straight away, and then you've got nowhere to go with it. So just take it slow and steady. Ultimately, you're wanting to be aiming to drop sort of £2 a week, I would say would be plenty. You may get other weeks, where, especially if you're plateauing, what we call is like the flush effect. Maybe if you've had a really good night's sleep, and ultimately you might drop that 3-4 overnight. So don't be too, focused on the weights. Other things you can look at, obviously the mirror, taking progress pictures. These are all good ways for you to revert back. The problem is we see ourselves in the mirror every day, so it's hard for us to see the differences. So if you're taking progress pictures, every week, there's ways that you can track it. If you've got like a buddy or a partner, or someone that's going to have a subjective eye, and not obviously say, oh, you look amazing, because some partners will say that, someone that's going to tell you the truth, that's also another thing. All this is obviously out with a coach. I know not everyone's got money for coaching, but it's just something that you can do. Another way, and people overlook, is just how your clothes are feeling. Is your t-shirts feeling looser? Is your jeans feeling looser? Or the other way, are they feeling tighter? Which would mean you're putting on a bit more muscle. So move on to the arm portion of the workout here. So arms for me is higher reps. So some people have been saying you don't seem to be doing too much for your arms, but definitely if you look over the course of the week, my philosophy is more frequency. So lots of people will do things like the bro split, and that's great. You're ultimately going to tax that muscle, but for me, you're not able to hit it for another 3 or 4 days because you're in so much pain. You've really hit the volume on it, sort of 25, 30 sets all in one workout. But my philosophy is I'd rather spread them over sort of two sessions, 3 at max, over the course of the week. It means I'm stimulating that muscle more often. Obviously everyone's got a different approach. Do something what works for you. If you see the bro split and you're making massive gains off it, then by all means. The beauty of the gym is there's no real way for everyone. Everyone's body's different and everyone will enjoy different forms of training. But the big thing for me is you need to ask yourself, are you actually progressing? Are you seeing the changes in your body? And, are you actually even enjoying it? Because some people persevere with, plans month on month and they just don't enjoy it. And for me, we're not, I doubt we've got professional bodybuilders watching this or Olympic athletes. We are lifestyle people here, so go to the gym and enjoy yourself. Obviously, you need to get your diet in check. So over the weekend, I'm going to be filming a full episode in how we set up our diet. So that's going to be based on, first of all, your calorie intake. So I'll break that down in terms of, are you cutting, are you looking to maintain your current level, or are you looking to bulk? I know a lot of the content just now has been around cutting, but just now I know a lot of people are bulking, so I'll be doing lots of videos in terms of both sides of the coin. On TikTok and Instagram I have been putting up short videos, so if you're not on there, follow along. And that's where I give them a lot of advice in regards to beginners at the gym, and also, my top 5 for bulking and that type of thing. So there's lots of content on there. YouTube will be predominantly my longer videos where obviously I'll do voiceovers. I'm going to be doing calibrations, going to different gyms. I'm mindful this is always the same gym. It can become very repetitive. But yeah, so over the course of the weekend I'll be doing that. The whole point of this channel is for me to try and give back. At no point will I ever be saying, follow this link and I want money for plans or anything like that. I'm going to share all my knowledge, and feel free to put comments in. So I'm going to be doing that video. So if anyone needs any help in terms of how to work out their macros, if they're unsure, just drop a comment. I'll make a habit and I promise to go back on everyone's comments. If there's any training advice or tips or, any questions you have, by all means fire them in. As I say, I'm qualified in giving this advice, so don't hesitate. I know some people put stuff on Instagram and I always see it and I always think, why are people not replying? Because these people are obviously following them and they're asking for advice. So I'll make sure that I'm replying to everyone, and it will be bespoke to yourself. It's not going to be, cookie cutter approach. In terms of your calories and that type of thing. The old expression 2,000 for females and 2.5 for men, that is not the case. It should always be bespoke to yourself and your needs. So as I say, following up here, so just coming towards the end of the workout, so the preacher machine here, This is just obviously the normal preacher machine. I know some are plate loaded. For me, this is a really good way to finish up the workout, get that burn in, and really finish off those arms. So today was a rest day. Tomorrow I'm going to be back in, start of the week again. So that'll be back and hamstrings. So I'm going to throw in a couple of different back exercises. Some people have been asking a lot of questions, so it's good to show you.